Hey YouTube, what's up? Mike Nice here with Rap Deck Profile. As you guys know, I've been playing Plants for about a year and a half, and I feel the deck's gotten really boring for me. Uh, Even though it's probably the best deck of the format, and still would be after windups and Zectors. You can argue that Rabbit is the best deck, but in my opinion, Plants are. But like I said, the deck's pretty boring, so for me, so I don't like it. I don't like this format. I'm just waiting for it to end, honestly. But I feel like I haven't put any videos out, so I might as well show you my rabbit deck that I made for Post Order of Chaos. Hope you guys think of ideas for your builds. Why I haven't been making videos is because I recently got partnership, as you guys see from the ads. And I'm making like $3 every 2 months, which isn't really worth my while to make videos. And trading has been really slow because people with like 0 refs coming to me and asking for me to send first when I have like 100. So if you guys trade with me, please just try not to do that. And also, if you're watching the video, could you please click the ad so I can make more videos and just keep making videos. Sorry, I'm making on my laptop and the quality's probably shitty, but I can't find my camera, so. And I wanted to show you guys a video. So this is my rabbit build. Like I said, I'll go more into the format after I finish the deck if you guys want to hear my take on the format and how I think it will evolve with Inzectors and windup and stuff. Um, or I'll make a separate video depending how long the video is at the end. So yeah, stay tuned for that if I decide to make a separate video, but let's get to the deck. 3 rabbits, obviously. These aren't mine, they're actually a friend's that I'm borrowing. I've been borrowing for like 2 weeks, but yeah. 3 Sabersaurus. This card's not actually bad. If you summon this and have like 2 back rows along with it, maybe 3, like it's not actually bad. Like I've had lots of people I summon this and then they like have to crash their Thunder King to get rid of it, which is just fine by me. 2 Cabazools, not horrible to draw, honestly, not as bad as people make it sound. But drawing 2 is like, it's worse than drawing double Tengu, in my opinion. But a lot of time I just said it. I said it because I don't want people to know what I'm playing. Um, if they know what you're playing, obviously just summon it first since it's higher attack. But I like to set it, and then like next turn summon a Sabersaurus or something and exceed. Or actually a lot of the time I'll probably summon Sabersaurus first and exceed. Um, but the 1500 defense isn't honestly that bad. I played against a guy in my local. I set Sabersaurus and Kabazool. He makes a Zen main. He has Zen main, switches to that, hits a Kabazool. Next turn, I top another Kabazool and made Dalka, which was pretty cool. And also, if you set it, it makes him think you have Sangan or maybe Spirit Reaper. Finish off Dinosaurs, I play 3 Graba. I think this card's really crucial this format. Because you're playing 3 Fiendish Chains, which you'll see later, and Effect Veiler, so it's really good against Inzectors, obviously. And it's very good against Plants. Not so good against Rabbit, but obviously you can side it out versus that deck. And it's also a Dinosaur, so if you're stuck with Cabazools, you can exceed with it. And if this card's dead as well. So I feel it's really good. Also, if you Fiendish Chain or something, there's Zenmighty, you could just summon this, run over it, and make a Dalka. And Dalka's extremely good against windups. 3 tour guides to get back your rabbit after you use its effect, and to make Levier, obviously. Or to just Zen mains wall and just sit there. Or to get Sangan and get your rabbit next turn. 1 Granmole. I play Granmole obviously because every deck's making spamming Zen mains now. And when you play against windups and they loop you first turn, depending on what loop they use, you either have 2 or 3 cards in hand. It's not the end of the world getting loot because they're gonna finish with a Zen mains and I think 3-ish cards in hand, tier 2 or 3 depending. But they have no power plays left. If you think about it, they use all their rats and all their Zen mains, so they don't really have much to do. So if you out of your 2, maybe 3 cards is Granmole, if you just hit their Zen mains and they have nothing left in their deck to actually win with. So if you just top a rabbit or something, you should be in a winning position for the rest of the game. 3 maxis for windups, plants, and the mirror match. Effect Veiler for windups and Inzectors. And then spells, 2 Lance. I feel this card's really good because everyone's playing Fiendish Chain. and this card makes your monsters not lose to Fiendish Chain. Um, and it's obviously out to Reaper, which is this deck is a problem with. Um, one Dark Hole, one Heavy, two MST. I decided not to play 3 MST because room is really tight, but I'm gonna try hitting it in actually. Book Moon because it's really good with Yaba. Reborn, one Gold Star. I play Gold Star for obvious Gold Star for Rabbit, then summon Tour Guide into Levier. But the play is not that great because if you go Tour Guide, Sangan, exceed Levier, and then after Sark, and you Levier Rabbit and they max you can either give them 3 cards or let Rabbit stay on the field. A lot of the time, I'll actually let Rabbit stay on the field and set like some backfield and pass to them and protect my Rabbit for a turn, but that's not that great. So a lot of the time I'll start for Pot of Avarice to recycle your lone monsters and tour guides. 2 warnings, Solemn, 3 Fiendish Chain. This card's really good this format because it's good against Inzectors, Windups, Plants, and Rabbit. Um, it's better than Effect Valorous Rabbit, obviously, because you can activate a spell card to bait Laggy out, and then negate, and then you chain Fiendish Chain. Or you activate Monster Effect during your turn, and then they Dalka and chain Fiendish Chain. So that's good. 1 Mirror Force. I don't play Deep Prison, but I play Mirror Force over it because people don't. If I'm playing Rabbit, they're not going to attack with their Zen main, so I'm not going to have a chance to prison it. But Mirror Force is unexpected since people don't play it much anymore. So I can wipe out full field, so it's really good. I might cut it for a prison, but more testing, we'll see. Trendril and Dushy. Extra deck's pretty standard. It's 2 Lagia, 2 Delka. You do make 2 Delka all the time, actually. This card's just so amazing. Utopia, Zenmains, Giga Brilliant Ant. This card's good if you want to push for game, and it's good for like protecting some side deck cards, and making your Guaba big so you can run over random stuff. Levier, I might put this to 2. The extra deck's really just thrown together, honestly. But I put a lot of thought into the main deck, so don't be discouraged by that. But the extra deck, I'll do later probably. So I'll probably put this to 2. Leviathan, sorry. Then I play Synchros because I play Valor and Reborn. So I play the 5 essential Synchros. If I was gonna cut one, it'd probably be Brionic and then Black Rose and then Scrap Dragon, because you really need these most because level 1 tuners are the most common since everyone's gonna be playing Effect Veiler, and you can Rabbit and then Rewarn and then Church or something. And then these are just if it comes up. And then Chimera Tech since you side Drag. I guess I'll show you the side deck since I don't think I'll be playing any big events this rest of the format. So 2 Fossil Dinos. This card's really good against windups if they don't summon Shark, and if they summon Shark to run over, that's fine, because then they don't get to special summon it. And a lot of time I'll have an out to Shark if they summon it. But that's pretty much that and Hunter, which you play one of, is really the only out to Dyna. And this card's also good against Rabbit, if you said it, destroy the field, and obviously it's good against Plants. If they don't side, it's stun. So usually I won't side this against them game 2 in fear of them siding into stun. But game 3, if I see this, keeping Plants, I'll side in Dino. Or sometimes, depending if I see 1-for-1 game 1, because some people don't play that in Plants anymore because of Maxi, I might keep this in since their deck probably won't side into stun. And this card's not horrible against stun Plants because you still have Smashing Ground and stuff on your side. To summon this, smashing their Tengu, they don't get an effect. 2 Thunder King versus Rabbit and Plants, and sometimes Windups, depending if you're going first or second. 2 Snowmans versus Plants and Rabbit. 2 Cybers versus Windups, Plants, and Rabbit. This card's good against Rabbit, also versus Ectors probably. This card's good. This card's good against windups because, like I said, they do their thing, and with those Zen mains, I draw Cyber, Chimera Tech them, and they have no power cards really left in their deck, except for maybe Tour Guy. But you might have a back row or something to back it up. 2 Smashings, and usually they use Tour Guide if they want to get their combo off. Smashing for the Rabbit Mirror match, plants and just random road decks. MST, obviously you need it beside. Uh, Player 1 Macrocosmos. This card's a lot better than Deep, Deep Fissure because against Insectors, since it's considered an equipped spell Hornet, it'll be sent to the graveyard if I Deep Fissure. With Macro, they can't even use Hornet's effect because it's cost sent to the graveyard, and this won't let it because it doesn't let anything go to the grave. So this is obviously better. Also against windups, since Exceed Materials go to the grave Deep Fissure, they can't Hunter leave you because Hunter will get removed. I'm gonna put this to 3, but my friend has my macros, so I only have 1. In place of the macro, I have a prison and a shadow mirror for insectors, and this for rabbit and plants. So I'm gonna cut these 2 for macro, and then my last tech card, my side, is Chaos Grapple. I feel this card's really strong in this format, and before Orcs even, I decided this, and it's amazing. Because against agents, it's good for stopping Earth and removing it, so they can't Hyperion on you. Since it negates summon completely, obviously good against Venus as well, Hyperion, Blockbuster. Uh, it stops Grappa since it's inherent and removes it, or you can just remove the Dark World that's summoned to bounce Grappa. Uh, then Inzectors obviously removes their Inzectors or their Tour Guides. I sided against plants honestly because of Tour Guide and Thunder Kings and Reapers, which is pretty much their whole deck. Besides plants, obviously, but that's the main engine of the deck. And there's a few other good matchups, so this card's really powerful in my opinion. And 2000, if you think about it, isn't that big because people used to play 3 warnings, and if warnings are 3, I would play 3 warnings. So honestly, it's a pretty good card. Thanks for watching. Actually, I guess I'll talk about the meta a bit and how I feel it's going to be. Let's talk about each deck a bit. Rabbit is a really good deck, either best or second best depending on how you feel about plants. Um, it's a really strong deck, can make really good first turns, but it's not as consistent as plants because plants don't really get bad hands, but they don't get really good hands that Rabbit can get because people are taking out their power cards like 1-for-1 uh, because it's too susceptible to maxi. But Rabbit can open complete shit with your normal monsters. You open multiples and it's just horrible. If you open multiples, it's the same. If I open 1 Saber, 1 Kappa, I'm usually fine. But that's about it. Windups, they can open really shitty as well. And if they do open shitty, if your opponent has Maxi, you can just give them the game. But if your opponent doesn't have Maxi and you go off first turn, then it's pretty good and you'll usually win. But like I said, they don't have much power cards left in their deck after they do the loop. So you can pull out a win after a loop. You don't just automatically scoop to them. Uh, it's like when you're playing a game and your opponent has like +5 on you, but their hand is like MST, Heavy Storm, um, Dark Hole, random shit, and then they can't do anything against you and you just win. Uh, Plants, like I said, my opinion, best deck, but I'm just so bored of them. Uh, it's just so versatile, and the hands you get are never dead, to be honest. Um, Other decks, Agents, I think they're really good against Rabbit, and if Rabbit is the biggest deck coming into Atlanta, I see that doing very well. Um, it just outspeed by windups and stuff, and plants, so I'm not sure. It's really only good against Rabbit. Um, Dark Worlds, it's a hit or miss deck in my opinion. Um, like you can open so shitty and it's so easy to side against, but it's such a dumb deck if they just have the nuts. What else is there? Oh, Inzectors. I feel this deck's really strong. It might be my next contender for me to play next format, depending on what the bands look like, which will be out probably announced in 20ish days, maybe a bit less, and that's when I'll start. Because I haven't really been playing much for lately because I don't know, I don't like the format in particular because I feel plants are the best deck and I just don't like them. But obviously Rabbit, a lot of people say Rabbit's better, which I could agree with if persuaded, but I don't know, I just feel plants are better. But Inzectors are really good. Uh, They just take control very quickly of the game and can. Sorry, my uh, laptop was like dying or whatever. They take control really quickly of the game if they have Hornet with a setup. What I don't like about it is I do and don't. It doesn't target. So let's say your opponent has a DD Crow and you have a Inzector and a Hornet Grave. You activate effect and they change DD Crow on your Hornet. You still have to equip. So if you have a Centipede in your hand or something, you have to equip it to your Hornet or Dragonfly. So I don't know. I just don't like it much because game 2 can get really hard. Also, they side in Shadow Mirrors and stuff. But you can easily counter that by siding in like Raikos and MSC's Dust Tornadoes, obviously. Uh, and you can offside the Fissure in that deck because it's an equip, so it goes to the grave, and you don't actually care um, about anything else getting removed, and it won't let them DD for your monster. So I feel the deck's really, really strong. Windups, I'm not really sure how I feel about them. Uh, But I feel that Wind Up Rabbit, I'll just take that out. This card makes the deck so good. It just lets you do so many plays with like Factory and Magician, and it just doesn't make the deck lose to Maxi. I just think this card makes the deck really good. But I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Hopefully, it'll get hit some way in the list. Somehow, they can't really do much because everything's new, and the ban list is just came out, Orcs just came out, and it doesn't do much in the OCG. So we'll see. Hopefully, Konami's smart and puts Zen Mighty to like 1 or 2 even. Uh, And so yeah, that's my talking about the format and my rap deck. Like I said, please make it worth my while to make videos so you guys can enjoy them and I can enjoy making them by clicking the ads. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll be making more videos in the future. I'll hopefully have dual videos coming out. Actually, I have the regionals on March 4th. So right after the ban list comes out. So right when the ban list comes out, and be testing my decks, and hopefully I'll be topping the regionals. And I'll can give you guys a deck profile of that, and we'll see what happens there. So peace.